I'm Ed Schock. I'm mayor of the city of Elgin for the last 12 years. I was first elected as your city council person in 1993, so I've served a total of 18 years on the Elgin City Council. I'm running for another term as your mayor because I'm bullish on Elgin. I think the best days for Elgin are still ahead. We've made tremendous progress in almost every area of community life in the last several years. But there's more to be done, and there's more we can do, and there's more we will do. We have problems that confront us. The recession, foreclosures, poverty going up. But frankly, every one of those problems were caused at another level. The city of Elgin didn't create those problems. There's very little, frankly, that the city of Elgin can do to solve those problems. Those are problems that are gripping not only our nation, but the whole world. But there are things that we can do right here in our own community to lessen the impact of those problems. And as we go forward in this discussion tonight, I'd like to lay out what some of those are. But briefly, the things that we've done. One, I advocated a program to inspect foreclosed homes before they're resold so that these homes are better maintained and don't become an additional blight on our neighborhoods. Foreclosed homes already take a toll on every one of our neighborhoods and the community in general. But when they're allowed to deteriorate, they take an additional toll. So the city council passed a proposal that, frankly, I got from Chuck Kaiser. He came to my office and said, here's something you ought to do, Mr. Mayor. So I took it to the next council meeting. We got it done. We're going to inspect foreclosed homes and make sure that the people that buy them get a home that is at least code compliant. Secondly, we've been very aggressive in job creation in Elgin. We have created 10,421 new jobs in the last 8 years. That's the best antidote to poverty and a recession, is to create jobs. And most of those jobs have been high-paying jobs. So our gong. Glad to talk about these more later. Thank you very much, and I want to thank you for inviting us and hosting this forum.
Thanks for inviting us out tonight. It's always good to see a crowd of Elgin residents come out and be concerned about their issues. I'm Dave Captain. I've been a city council member for 6 years, an Elgin resident for all my life, 63 years. Many of you know me already, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about that. I think you're here to hear about issues and what our plan for the future is. Ed talked about Elgin, and we do have some great things going on in Elgin. We have some great potential there, but we do have issues that we need to address. Poverty is a local issue. There are things we can do to improve poverty for our people, for residents of our community. It's not something that you're going to wait for the federal government to fix. Ed talked about job creation, and Elgin created 10,000 jobs. There's a problem with that. The last 10 years lost almost 2,200 jobs. So the jobs were created for people that do not live here. Our focus should be on the people that live in Elgin, in the existing neighborhoods, and what we can do to help those neighborhoods improve. I've been a neighborhood guy for over 20 years. I'm going to continue to be a neighborhood guy. I'm running for mayor because I think that we need a choice in Elgin, that the people deserve a choice. I want to talk about issues that are facing us, and no matter who is elected mayor on April 5th, that person is going to have to move forward and create and deal with some of these issues that we have in this community. People have been asking, is there a difference between you and Ed Schock? They're having a problem finding out. Out in front, you have literature from both of us. I suggest you pick it up. Ed Schock's literature, both copies, both the mailing and what he distributed, talk about things he's done. They talk entirely about things that have happened in the past. There's not one thing in here about the future. Dave Captain's talks all about the future and not about the past. That's a big difference.
Hi, I'm Mike Curtin. I'm running for Elgin City Council. I grew up in Elgin on the east side of town near the Parkwood neighborhood. I graduated from Elgin High School in the year 2000. Graduated from Elgin Community College in 2002 with high honors. Went to St. Cloud State University in St. Cloud, Minnesota, where I graduated with a degree in biology with honors. My wife, or fiance at the time, was still in school, so I decided to stay on for a graduate stint and stayed for 2 years and earned a master's in ecology and natural resources at St. Cloud State. In that time, I was Hanna Fellow at the California Academy of Sciences. I published a paper in a peer-reviewed scientific journal. I presented research at the Paleontological Conference, the Diatom Symposium, both international events, and I presented research at numerous local events as well. I'm running for City Council largely to provide a service that the city doesn't currently have. We don't have anybody who has training in mathematics or science, and yet we hire dozens of consultants to do research in the city in which there's no oversight or quality control on that. I would like that to change. In addition, I would like to see the city take a little bit more of a hands-off approach. While living in Minnesota, we were able to the municipalities and the government there operated on a much smaller budget, and it was a much more progressive state. Education was better, quality of life was generally better, and people had more money in their pocket. And I think a more hands-off approach will do Elgin quite a bit of good, and I hope to provide that approach.
Hi, my name is Manfred Chimick. I'm originally from the south side of Chicago. I've been living in Elgin for the past 15 years with my wife, Gloria. I'm running for Elgin City Council because there are three major issues that concern me. One, of course, everybody here is going to talk about it, and it's jobs. How do we get jobs? We have people here that will tell you that they're bringing jobs into the city of Elgin. But my question is, how many of those jobs, these well-paying jobs, are for Elginites? You may bring 10,000 jobs, but of those 10,000 jobs, how many of the 6,000 unemployed from Elgin can take those jobs? Part of the problem is our educational system. U46 has a great track record for producing undereducated children and teenage dropouts, and that has to stop. Another issue is the budget. I don't want to get too much in the budget because I'm already running real short on time here, but there's a lot of things about the budget that could be done to lower it. Borrowing money to meet the budget, to me, is not balancing the budget, it's borrowing money to balance the budget. And my final issue is jobs, budget, overcrowding, parking, poor education, high dropout rate, crimes, drugs, rape, prostitution, assault, home invasion, tax increases, property damage, noise, ID theft, and fraud all fall under the umbrella of things that is caused directly or indirectly by illegal immigrants in our city. Now, I'm not saying that resolving the illegal issue is going to be the answer to all our problems, but it's a good first step. And just saying I've done all I can legally is basically saying not my job.
Okay. Hi, my name's Tom McCarthy. I live in Elgin since '96. I graduated from Western Illinois in '82. I was named an intern at the Governor Thompson's office in '83. That was a very high honor for me, that he thought enough of me to, his people asked me to be an intern for the summer of '83 for him. When I moved here in '96, I wanted to make Elgin my home. It was a beautiful town then, and I could see improvements. I grew up on the Mississippi River. And I always thought that we weren't using that river properly in downtown Elgin. We have something that Schaumburg doesn't have, Palatine doesn't have. We have a natural resource. Just like the hills we use for the bicycle path or the bicycle races, the river, and I see this June we're going to have a boat race on the river. That's good. It's going to draw people in. But we can do better than that. We got to promote Elgin and get more people to know about Elgin. We got over 150,000 people either on I-90 or around the road every day comes by, and they don't know about downtown. How do we get the people downtown to enjoy our beautiful city? Now, the last 3 years, we scared everybody away with all the construction. But as you drive around, you can notice that all those businesses around the road are advertising at the Sears Center, the Marquee, and they're paying good money for advertising. And I'm saying to myself, why can't we, as a city of Elgin, like we have this center, we advertise at the center and tell you what's going on in the city, we should move that out in the, either on US 20 or Randall or 90 to let people know we're here. Stop.
Talk a little bit about myself. about my family and who I am. I'd like to explain to you why I'm running for City Council this year. And I'd also like to address a couple of the issues and things that I see. First, a little bit about myself. I'm currently 32 years old. I work for a company called Aon in the IT department. I'm married and have 4 kids and live over on the east side. A couple of my kids are lucky enough to attend McKinley with one of the best principals, I think, in U46 with Lois Sands. Why am I running? You know, being up here isn't easy. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm away from my family tonight. It's not easy, as well as many of the other candidates. But I think we share something that the same reason why you're here, and that's because we do care about Elgin, and we do care about the future of Elgin. You know, when I've gone to vote in the past, sometimes I've looked at that ballot, and I have not found names after doing research on these folks that match my values and things that I value in a candidate, and their belief system, and those types of things, and their morals, and the direction that they want to take a city, and how they want to fix it. That's why I'm running. You know, Elgin is Elgin. Elgin is not Naperville. Elgin is not St. Charles. The problems we have in Elgin are different, and they need a unique solution for them. I think a lot of our problems may have to do with some of the schooling. And I think the City of Elgin needs to really partner with U46. Where can we provide assistance with them? Where can we partner with them? The other thing I think we need to do is do more things like this, where the church and nonprofits are coming together with the city to work together. You know, these types of environments where we can trade ideas and learn from the citizens and hear these things, this is how we're going to defeat the issues that that face Elgin, whether it's immigration, poverty, homelessness, those types of things. These are all things that can be fixed, but it's going to take a partnership. Thank you.
I too want to thank Krista and Mike for hosting this event and for all of you for coming out tonight. My name is Anna Muller, and I've lived in Elgin for the past 12 years. We chose to live in Elgin because we believe that this is a wonderful community full of great people and a great quality of life. I'm currently the executive director of the McHenry County Council of Governments. We're a nonprofit that works with municipalities and other local governments in McHenry County. I have 12 years experience working in economic development, budgeting, and planning. And I've also been very involved in this community. Since moving here, I've been involved with the Human Relations Commission, our neighborhood association. I'm the vice president of NINA. I've been a tutor for the Literacy Connection, and I currently serve on the Planning and Development Commission and have been there since 2004. I'm running because I love this community, and I think that this can be the best community in Northern Illinois. I want Elgin to be a sustainable, diverse, and vibrant community with a great quality of life for all of our residents. And similarly to other candidates and what's going on in the community and in the greater region, I've identified 4 issues and challenges that I think the city needs to take on in the next 4 years. These include effective budget oversight to manage our resources wisely. With the downturn in the economy, our revenues are lacking, but we still need to provide excellent public services to our community. We need safe and quality housing options and infrastructure improvements in our neighborhoods. We need to bring more jobs and economic development to Elgin. And we also need to ensure that the City Council is responsive to the needs of the community and does work on behalf of residents with the community in mind. So thank you.